Today we're going to have a ton of fun as we take a look at the best gear items that we've tested and reviewed for 2019. Well, welcome back folks to another video here at Gideonstactical. I'm your host Aaron. Thanks for coming over today and checking out the channel and checking out this video. That's right, we've seen a lot of really good products this year, things that we've seen tested that were performed well, different unique designs and capabilities. Well, in this video I want to share with you particularly the gear, packs, boots, clothing items, stoves, different things like that that have really connected with me and have risen to the top and are the best of the gear items that I reviewed starting January 1st of 2019 to the point of this video being produced. So that's what we're looking at today. That's what this list is compiled of. And these are just the things that, because of either their value, maybe their performance, maybe their capability, maybe their unique designing, has really stood out amongst the crowd of gear that we've tested and reviewed for this year. So let's go ahead and take a look. Throughout the video, I will have links for you guys over to Amazon, Blade HQ, GP Knives, Mystery Ranch, 511, Knockaround Sunglass Company, and all the rest. We really appreciate it. And when you support through PayPal as well, a simple $5, $10 gift here and there really helps continue to make the content, continue to do what we do. But regardless if you support that way, just by liking, watching, viewing, or purchasing any of the gear that you're about to see in the hyperlinks provided for you in the description below, I just really appreciate that. It means a lot to us. So with that, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at the best gear of 2019.
All right, I want to start things off with a very simple piece of gear, but it's one of the best. I mean, I've used it multiple times in different scenarios with different products. It's very flexible in its capability. That's the Night Eyes light band, flashlight band. It basically causes any handheld flashlight to become a headlamp for about $5 to $10, so ultra budget friendly. It's basically a piece of heavy duty nylon with a good Velcro strap on it. And then two separate elastic bands overlaying each other to either accommodate smaller AAA style flashlights, battery powered flashlights, or a larger, thicker band to be able to handle either AA or even CR123, and depending on body size, the 18650 battery size flashlights. And so it allows you to then attach it either over most headwear like hats, beanies, caps, that type of thing, possibly even on certain types of helmets. You can wrap it around. It's ultra thin, ultra lightweight, and just makes it hands-free, makes your favorite flashlight hands-free. And because it's so budget-friendly, it's so slim, it's so simple, but so effective, I love it because it's one of the best pieces of gear this year, and it's something that is just easy to get your hands on and can take with you anywhere. You can literally carry it in your pocket and carry your EDC flashlight in your other pocket and then whip that thing out if you ever needed to go hands-free, working on a car, hiking, trekking, whatever the situation may be. So this definitely kicks off our list and definitely makes the best gear of 2019. All right, the updated version of the Mystery Ranch Scree 32 has been amazing this whole year. I had the Scree older version last year, and that was really my introduction into Mystery Ranch. And I was stunned by how comfortable the pack was with the weight to load ratios, how well it balanced, the fact that they have sizes for smaller torsos all the way up to my torso being somewhat larger. I usually have to wear about a 21-inch torso size pack, and it even goes beyond that. And the adjustability, the ergonomics of the pack, and then just the layout and durability have really connected with me. And when they updated it this year for 2019 for the men's and women's version, it just connected with me that much more. And any trek that I'm doing that requires a good loadout but not needing a full overnight backpack, this is the pack I gravitate to and will continue to gravitate to into the future, just because of how well it rides and the simple but effective layout that it has, having water bottle pouches, compression straps, lashing options for your trekking poles, a removable waist belt and a removable chest strap if you did want to use it almost more as a crossover into like a travel pack if you're flying and doing that type of thing. It has so much versatility to it. And then the Mystery Ranch name behind it, brand behind it, quality behind it. I mean, really the only complaint I have with the bag is that the hip pockets are pretty tiny, and that's a problem with a lot of backpacks out there, and that's a minimal thing compared to everything else that the pack offers, and is so comfortable and rides so well and holds up to all of my regular trail use, that though it's going to usually be about $170 to $190 for men's and women's versions, you can often find them on sale in a lot of places, and we'll have those links obviously again for you guys below. You can check stuff out. Different color combinations possibly can be different prices too. It's well worth the investment that I paid with the original. And then when I saw they had the update, Mystery Ranch sending that to me when I requested it, and it just being that much better even than the original, so that I tested out. So the Scree series, in particular that 32, is just epic and absolutely is like pinnacle and has to make the list for my slightly larger day packs. Next up, we got to do the Wildo Complete Mess Kit. This thing is sick. I've tried out several different polymer-based mess kits and looked at several others on top of the ones that we've looked at here on the channel, and I've never been super impressed. They kind of like, it does this okay, but man, it's sure missing these parts, or it just doesn't function right, or doesn't have all that it need. This thing has the complete package, not only giving you a shallow plate, but then a deeper bowl. It gives you 2 collapsible cups. It gives you a cutting board. It gives you a strainer. It gives you a so-so spoon. The spoon is like, it's all right. Nothing to write home about. But man, everything else about this thing for the price, which I paid I think like $18 for, really hit the sweet spot for me. I went out, I purchased 2 of them this year, and they now are kind of like our picnic, camping, backpacking, whatever type of mess kit, because they're light, they're polymer, and they have several functions and several capabilities that just really work for me. And out of all the other polymers that I've looked at and or tested, regardless if it's from Yukos, like my Fire, and I believe one other brand that we've looked at in the past, this really hits a sweet spot for us as a family, but also for me as an outdoors guy that likes to go outdoors and do stuff. It fits a niche not only around town, but also in the backcountry for us, and is a really good piece of gear. Next up, I have to put on this list, because each part of the series that I've tested out so far has proved very functional, well built, and well thought out, and that's the 511 LV series. That's their low vis series. We reviewed the LV6, which is like a little fanny pack chest rig designed to carry a concealed carry firearm or other smaller items if you wanted to do that. Reviewed then the LV10, which is a shoulder sling bag, and really got me back into looking at those because of the way it was laid out. The full capability of being able to carry even my 48-ounce Nalgene's and have a really nice size to it. It really hit a sweet spot for me as kind of like a backup EDC when I don't need a full backpack, and all the weight and everything that goes into that. And then the LV18 backpack really laid out for around town use, everyday carry use, low profile stuff. Really, for the price to value of each one of these products, the LV6 being about $40, the LV10 being about $110, and then the LV18 being about $130, really performing super well and having a very low visibility. Not this tacked out Molly, crazy looking pack that everyone's like, oh, look at this guy. It's very low profile, but then gives you all the capability of a more quote unquote tactical, concealed carry style of gear, which I really liked. And it just had a great blending of quality that I've seen from 511 for years, but then layout and design. So the LV series is awesome, and we'll have those links over to 511 for you guys below. Now, when it comes to stoves, I love MSR products. I've had several of their products and different stoves over the years. Solid canister, backpacking, ultralight style stoves. And though the Pocket Rocket 2.0 is great for how compact it is, and for the casual user who's looking to keep a very low footprint, it's a phenomenal option for about $45. It doesn't make the list, and what does is its slightly bigger updated brother, the Pocket Rocket Deluxe. This one we tested out, and I really, to be honest, going into it, was not expecting a lot. I was actually expecting it to, even though maybe producing a little bit quicker boil times and cook times, I was actually expecting it to burn through fuel faster and just be kind of awkward and gimmicky, and just not because of the external electrical switch that you can use, that it comes with. Just throws a little spark on there and gets it going without necessarily needing a match or a lighter or whatever. But what I found was with our cold weather testing that we did, it is able to burn at almost the same rate, meaning of fuel consumption, as its smaller brother, the 2.0. So it's not going to expend that much more fuel. And because when I weighed them after burning them for over an hour, the Pocket Rocket Deluxe had only burned, I believe, 0.3 ounces more of fuel than its little brother. But its boil times were significantly faster. It has a larger element. It is not as packable, slightly larger, but still coming in at under 3 ounces. It's a very lightweight option, but going to be way more for how fast it boils, actually more fuel efficient. The fact that you don't have to go rummaging around for your lighter, it's always good to have one. Absolutely bring one as a backup in case that electrical, it's not electrical, but it's a little spark basically that throws a spark in case that a little line of electricity. If that was ever to go out, you got to have a backup. But the fact that that's there, it's just a little convenience that's really nice. It absolutely has to make this list. Next up, this is the third video that these shoes have been in this year. And they are the Merrell Ontario 85 design. Now, I did a review in late summer with these. Did a 18-mile, almost 18-mile hike with these guys over the Continental Divide in one day, over 4,000 feet of elevation gain. I mean, literally going over the Continental Divide of North America. It was an epic trip, and it would fatigue my feet with a lot of other pairs of shoes I've owned over the years. These were a dream. They are mid-top, waterproof, Cordura fabric, Vibram soles. They're mega grip. They gripped really well up and down the trails of the Continental Divide. I hiked with it a bunch else on other trails. Have worn them so many times since around town and doing other hikes and different things like that. These are just a very versatile boot. That's very lightweight. Merrell really hit it out of the park, I believe, with this. And the fact that they have them in kids, women's, and men's, and my entire family outside of my youngest. So my older son, my wife, and I all have a pair, have had them for months now, and love them. We just love this pair of shoes for its cool styling. There are lots of color combinations. They're true to size. They support well. Their waterproof capability, all those things. I mean, they just work, man. So if you're looking for boots, they are a pretty penny. I mean, you're going to spend a decent amount for what they are. For the kids versions, around $60. For the men's and women's, unless you find them on sale, about $140. But what we have found is that the price that I paid for the children's, the women's, as a gift for my wife, and the fact that we're just in love with this design really has connected with us and absolutely makes the best gear of 2019 list. Then if you're looking for a day pack and you don't really want to break the bank, the Mystery Ranch Scree 32 just seems out of reach for price point, or maybe you just don't feel like you need quite a pack that size. The pack that just blew me away that we tested out early in the year was the Mountain Smith Clear Creek 20. They updated their series this year. When I'm looking right now, they have some colors all the way down to $65, and the average going rate is about $80 for this pack, so very reasonable. Mountain Smith, great brand, have used them for years. I went out, picked this thing up, and man, for being a 20-liter pack, it has a lot of versatility, a lot of layers to it, a lot of organization to it, an external stuff pouch. It has the ability to have the sternum strap and belly strap, which is nice that it has both, completely removable, so you could put it into more of a round town roll, take the sternum and belly strap off, and then when you hit the trail, put those back on. Bladder compatible, water pouches on the sides, YKK zippers. I mean, the thing is so well built and so well laid out that if you are looking for just a smaller kind of do everything pack, particularly for more focus for the outdoors, definitely, but you can use it in a lot of different roles. They have men's and women's versions available between, I would say, $65, it looks like, and $80. You're getting a phenomenal day great pack with lots of options, great, you know, brand behind it, great, you know, their lifetime warranty that they have, all that stuff. And it really fits a good niche that can fit both men and women really well, and is a great option and absolutely makes this list. All right, guys, had to end it with this super fun, innovative product that's just super simple. You know, it's the end of the year. It'd be a great, you know, stocking stuffer, gift item for those who not only take their lunch to work a lot of the time, but also do backcountry stuff. And that is the Yukos Switch Spork. And their two-piece one particularly. This one is awesome at around between $5 to $8. It's a polymer spork. What's really cool about it is that it gives you a fully integrated spoon, fork, and then serrated knife. Then it is two pieces, so you're able to like eat a steak easily with it. Or, you know, have your yogurt, have soup, cereal, oatmeal, you know, you name it, whatever it is. But then you can attach them together, and it gives you 10.3 inches of overall reach with the spork, then causing it to be a fantastic option for your dehydrated meals in the bags, which tend to be pretty deep, which I always seem to get like my fingers all nasty, and you know, a 7-inch spork or fork just doesn't really cut it, and it kind of becomes irritating. Then you have to cut the top off, but then you lose the Ziploc liner and Ziploc zip. That then keeps it from getting all messy in your bag or in your gear, you know, or whatever. So it's a really cool feature. You can use it almost like a little mini spatula if you're cooking over a fire, you know, or something like that, or just cooking over your, you know, elements of your stove while you're camping, whatever. I literally used it today when I ate my salad at work, in between meetings and things like that. So I take it with me all the time when I go to the office. So it's a daily use for me when I pack my lunches, but then I also use it in the backcountry on backpacking and trekking and all kinds of stuff. And it being just so lightweight and a really good brand behind it, you know, Yukos, and it integrates and sits inside itself, so it's pretty compact. You know, it's not like this big giant wand you have to try and figure out a spot to put in your gear. It's pretty compact. That gives you a lot of versatility. So it kind of tops out our list of being innovative, unique, fun, and simple, and inexpensive with the best gear of 2019.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much. I hope this video has been fun, entertaining, and I'd love to hear from you as well in the comments below. What are some maybe gear products that you haven't seen tested and reviewed on the channel that you'd like me to take a look at for 2020? I'm already collaborating a list, already got scheduled things out into, I believe, February of stuff that we're going to be taking a look at, but want to hear from you guys. What are some things that you want to know, whether or not they perform, what's good about them, what's not? They might even make the 2020 list, who knows? But thanks so much. Check out the other video popping up. Subscribe if you're not a current subscriber. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook as well. It's another way to see what's up and coming, projects I'm working on. And finally, guys, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.